It's the Houston Texans taking on the Cleveland Browns.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a familiar face. This is Houston's first-round pick, of course, back in 2017, Deshaun Watson. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short pickup to about the 25. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Throwing to start the drive. Dawson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Back to throw. Dawson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Dawson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. James Robinson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Off the bootleg, Dawson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Off the bootleg, Dawson. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is going to have a Texans first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down and a run by Robinson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Dawson. Cooks on the quick slant. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On first and 10, it's Robinson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Robinson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. From the 25 on second down, Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Watson on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
York able to send this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Off the play fake, Dawson. Able to find Higgins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Off play action, Dawson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Dawson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dawson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Dawson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Dawson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 4th down, Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 76 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They begin the drive with Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dawson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a 1st down. Off the play fake, Dawson. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Off play action. Dawson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Back to throw again. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Dawson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dawson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Dawson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Dawson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. T. Higgins from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down and 4. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first and 10, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On first down, Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Watson on first down. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Amari Cooper. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Houston set to take over. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Dawson out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now left side on the swing pass. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw on second down, Dawson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll look to throw now on first down. There again is Cooks, complete. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd down.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's Watson. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Dawson. And this one complete to Smith. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Operating from the gun, Dawson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down 31-28. A little under a minute 50 remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Watson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of a team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score in what time remains.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Now the attention turns to the Texans, trailing by 4, 40 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Browns, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.